If you want more engagement in your community, I have 5 simple steps for you today. And you might ask yourself, why do I even want more engagement in my community? Why do I want my community to feel alive? And I can tell you, the more alive it feels, the more engaged it is, the better you can monetize it, the better you can sell in there. If nothing is happening, no one is in there to engage, there is no audience. So audience and engagement is the most important piece if you want to take this seriously and actually treat it like a business and also have an audience who want to take the next step and buy something from you. So with that being said, first things first, my name is Lydia Wilmsen. I'm a mindset and business coach, and here on the channel, we talk all things business growth, school community growth, or community growth in general, and the most important piece, mindset, what goes on in your inner reality, so to say. And if you like my channel, please subscribe, please leave a like, a thumbs up, a comment, and if you want more input and really be in an engaging community as well, join Leadership Skool. It's in the comments. You find the link in the description. We just crossed 1,700 members in there. Woot woot. It's an amazing place to be. So you find everything in the description. And also, if you want to start your own community, there is a link in there, what you need to do, how you can basically start your own community from scratch in 2 days only. The link for that is also in the description. Now, when we talk about engagement in your community, so many people say and they really complain about nothing is happening in there. It's quiet, it's dead. No one is posting anything. No one is saying anything. And I have 5 simple tips for you today. And the first one is make it about them. Don't make it about yourself, about hey, I have this to share and I'm amazing and I want to tell you this. No, make it about them. Invite them to share about themselves. Simple questions, even about themselves, how are you feeling today? Do you have a cat? Do you have a dog? Are you a cat or dog person? What kind of personality type are you? Anything where they can share about themselves, where it's about them, where you invite them to talk about themselves is crucial, because we all want someone to listen to us. We all want a fun or a place where we can share about our own struggles, but also about our own wins. And if a community gives that space to people where they can share about themselves, this will make them so much more inclined to share actually and to be engaged in there and even want to show up in there in the first place. So make it about them and not about yourself in the posts that you make, where you invite them to share about themselves and you don't just share about all your own stuff. Point number 2, which is also very, very crucial. Make it simple. So many people overcomplicate it. They make super long posts, super long complicated texts. No one is reading that. And even the most sophisticated and intelligent people will stop because they don't have the bandwidth to go through whatever kind of posts and whatever that doesn't speak to what they are feeling, what they're thinking in very short and simple terms. So make it as simple as possible. If you can apply the simple language technique, or it's not a technique, but almost write as if you were talking to a 5-year-old or someone who didn't have full brain capacity. Not to talk down on them. No, it's not about that, but to make it very simple for people to get what it's about. And almost that you're reading the text and you're thinking oh my God, am I talking to kids here? No, you're actually helping people. When you make it very simple, what you're talking about, when you make it very, very simple, you make it simple for them. You make it easier for them. It's actually a gift for them, that they don't have to think so much and spend so much of their precious energy, their precious brain energy on your post. So make it extremely simple. And that includes not only the language that you choose to write, it also includes that you only give them one hook, one point, one example, one thing that you explain. You don't go into you could do this, you could do that, you could do that. And you make 10 different things into one post, 10 different angles what they could do next. Make it simple, keep it on one topic. So in this video, for example, I'm only talking about engagement in your community. I'm not talking about how you could monetize it. Yes, I say the more engaged it is, the better you can monetize. But I'm not giving you 5 tips how to monetize your community. I'm only speaking about how to increase engagement in your community. And I'm giving you 5 points just about engagement, just about one topic. So keep it simple, use simple language, and keep it to one topic, one idea, one theme, so to say, in the posts or whatever you're delivering in your community, in like one post or one snippet, or, you know, one thing that you're putting out there. Point number 3 is make engagement easy. And what I love for that is something simple like polls, where you just ask them a question. Do you prefer toast or cereal? Do you prefer mornings or evenings? Are you a cat person or a dog person? So polls where they can just select and click a button. They love to, or we all love to click buttons, and to you know, like do small things like the gamification of the whole process. But also it makes it very simple. We have one question, we have certain simple polls. Again, here I see some people who complicated it or overcomplicated, and it's like, what do you even mean in this? Like, what is this answer? I have to think about the answer. No, make the answers so easy that people don't have to think about them and they can easily select A, B, C, whatever it is, you know? Make it simple and make it like gamify it. Make it so that people have one simple action that they can take in that post and they love it. They love to engage. Or it could be a post where you ask them a question that they can answer with, you know, an emoji, one short answer. Again, make engagement easy, where they don't have to overthink it and they can just easily put this into the comments. And if you want to go deeper, you can do this in the comment section then. So if someone says, actually, I'm a morning person, so they put into the comments, I'm a morning person, then you can reply to that and ask like, oh, what do you prefer about the mornings? Is it just that you have time by yourself? Is it that everything is super quiet? Is it that the mornings are still cool? Because we have a heat wave coming up now in Cyprus, you know, like you can start talking with them then, and then they say something, and then perhaps they say like, oh, it's peace and quiet, and, you know, I have the house for myself, the kids are not awake yet. And then you could follow up and say, oh, is this usually like something you're struggling with, that you have all those tasks on your hand and, you know, the kids are running around. So you are almost like going in the comments now into depth. You're figuring out with them what they are struggling with. And then this could lead later on to an offer that you have, not necessarily in the comments, but, you know, you bring the depth in the comments, but not in the post itself first. So the depth comes later, if applicable, even in that moment. Okay? The post itself is the door opener. Make it easy to engage for people is point number 3. Point number 4 is celebrate the behavior that you want in your community. So if you're constantly complaining about no one is engaging, nothing is happening in my community, are you telling people what to do in your community? Are you telling them that you would love them to share about themselves, that you would love them to make a post every Monday about this and that? Are you actually celebrating people who are already doing that? Very often I see that behavior, but then I don't see any acknowledgement. Like if I'm in other communities, you know, or when I'm in other communities, I see that behavior, but I see no acknowledgement of that. So if you want to bring it like up and have more of that behavior, you have to publicly celebrate it. And people see that, and even subconsciously, we all want to be validated. We all want to be seen, you know, and celebrated. So we see like, oh, this behavior is that gets acknowledgement. At some point, more and more people will start doing that because they will get a reward. They will be validated by you. So start publicly celebrating the behavior that you want. And even if someone makes a post, and you just write underneath like, wow, that's an epic post. And for everyone, look how, let's just take a name, Sabrina shared about her story. Like, this is amazing. This is an amazing post. Sabrina, you're doing amazing. And look, and da, 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 da. Like publicly, instead of publicly shaming people for something, what sometimes happen in the online world, no, we do the opposite. We publicly celebrate the behavior that we want to see. And the more you do that, the more you will start seeing that behavior show up in your community from other people. Last but not least, point number 5 is lead with authority. People wonder, like, what has this to do with engagement? But if you show up as an authority in your community, if you show up as an energetic leader, or like as a leader that people want to follow, people love to follow, if you show up with certainty, with knowingness, with love, with compassion, with authority, and you basically speak to them as if they were already all behaving in the way you wanted, and you speak as if this community was already the place you wanted, even if it's not, even if nothing is happening currently. If you show up in that energy, people will start acknowledging you more. People will see you differently because you have a different vibe about yourself. And people will start mirroring that energy to you. That means they will show up in the way that you want. So they will start acknowledging your authority in the community, and they want to, show up in the way that the leader wants for their community, so to say. So lead with authority, with certainty. Don't project any energy of like, oh, nothing is happening, it's quiet, oh, no one likes me. No, don't show up like that. Show up as the person who owns that community, who loves that community, who leads that community, and who's a leader that people want to follow. Because in the end, this is what you're doing with your community. So show up with conviction, show up with authority, and that is actually a very, very important step in creating more engagement in your community. Okay, that's it for today. A very short video, and let me know in the comments which of the 5 points you're going to implement from now on. And let me quickly summarize. Point number 1, make it about them. Point number 2, keep it extremely simple and easy. Point number 3, make engagement very easy with polls, etc. 4, celebrate the behavior you want. And 5, lead with authority. So let me know in the comments which one you're going to implement more. And please like, subscribe, and leave a comment here on the channel. And join us in Leadership Skool. And I will see you in the next video. If you have any questions, any requests that you want to learn more about, hear more about, also put it into the comments. Okay, that's it for today. Until the next video.